issues that the students are explaining or have experienced, but I have talked to students who, in several of my classes, I talked about obviously racism and things of that nature, and white privilege and so forth and so on. And several of my black male students told me about an incident coming from a basketball game. This might have been 2 years ago. And walking down, I think, what street is this? Not St. Phillips.
Calhoun.
Calhoun. No, George, you're right, George. So they said they were walking from the basketball game with College of Charleston, sweatshirts, t-shirts on, and they walked past a group of white male students who were intoxicated, a little belligerent, and so forth and so on. And the campus police drove up and harassed the black males who were literally walking. Nobody was intoxicated, nobody was doing anything in terms of public disorder, but the police didn't say anything to the white male students. And that was their, I don't want to say their wake-up call, but that was their smack in the face of, okay, this is real.
Yeah, this is reality.
Not, Dr. Green, what you talk about in class is not just all theory.
Right.
This is not something that happened a long time ago. So those type of experience and things that you all are articulating is not unique. So you go to Clemson, you go to USC, you go to Duke, you go to Chapel Hill, you go to UNC Charlotte, you go to Emory. These same type of stories exist. The lived experiences of a black student, the lived experiences of Latino students on white college campuses, this is what happens, and this is why solidarity is so important. This is why it's important that this room should be filled.
Exactly.
Any of these programs that BSU puts on, any of the fraternities and sororities and all these other types of things, and it pisses me off that when you do those things, all of a sudden you all are at fault, or we are at fault because we say Black Lives Matter, right? And no one is upset, no one is challenging administration when these type of experiences happen. When I bring it to people's attention on the administrative level, it's like, oh well, it's always a meeting to be had, but and I'm sick of meetings, So. And it doesn't change, and I'm here to, unfortunately, let you know it's not going to change. When you get into corporate America, when you get into these white collar positions, you're going to have some of the same type of experiences of exclusion. But like BSU started because black students on white campuses were not allowed to join any other organizations. Fraternities and sororities were started because black students were not allowed to join other fraternities and sororities. So again, it pisses me off that when you have a black student union or a Latino student association and so forth and so on, and the campus administration, why do we have all these organizations, particularly targeting the racial minority organizations, or they want to start a white student union, and somehow they fail to realize that every other organization on campus is essentially a white student organization with white student interests. So how do you combat that? Again, it starts with solidarity, and I understand that you all are here and you're trying to graduate, so that's your focus, that's your agenda, but you gotta live here for 4 years. You gotta walk around campus for 4 years. You gotta interact with other people that's not in this room for 4 years. So we need to figure out how we can make these spaces more comfortable, and it starts with solidarity.
Alton, what do you have to say? Because you look like you're angry about
I went to HBCU. So I didn't have that issue, but I did have issues when I moved over I used to work in the missions, and I saw, separation and this. But this is my thing. This is how I am now. I'm a man of just taking ownership, creating opportunities for myself. I don't need nobody, especially a white person. What bothers me, what I just heard is that bothered y'all. Because if you don't want me there, cool. That's why I said, where the black party's at. Like, why do we have to be accepted? Okay, why, in order for us to feel good about ourselves, a white person have to accept us. It has to be, okay, just like let's just take it deeper, Oscars. In order for you to be a qualified actor, black actor, to be accepted as an actor, you made it. It's for the Oscars to say, which is, we already know what happened. But when you have everything with BET Awards and the Trumpet Awards and the Image Awards, oh no, that's not good enough. That shouldn't even, you should have said, okay, how many of y'all went back to a party after you got kicked out? Anybody went back to another party that you got kicked out of, or you went to another white party? Y'all just don't go no more? Okay, cause here's my thing. Why, that's fine. But like you said, when you got a president of the Black Student Union, every black person that had an issue like that should be in Black Student Union. You should throw your own black party. They should be just as popular than I don't need y'all party. That's fine. Right. I used to go out to networking events when my age now, and what would happen, we'll go and, you attract your own. So we'll be in the corner with our black people, we're talking. All of a sudden, you got this black person to come up. Why y'all black folks just standing over there with y'all antisocial? Y'all don't want to talk to the white folks? I'm like, wait a minute. They ain't go out the way to talk to me. Why do I got to go out the way to go talk to them? Why? Oh, you want me to go out? No. If they wanted to talk to me, they should have. Why you ain't go over there and say, hey, why y'all ain't talking to the black folks? It's always us. It's always us. We gotta always change. We gotta always, why? I don't need to, forget y'all. I don't need to go to no administration no more. We'll do our own thing. Now, I mean, of course, you want to, so that the people coming up behind you. But I wouldn't sit here and be mad. Hey, that's fine. We'll do our own thing, like support our own. Take his class. I mean, go and find out more information. He's giving y'all a history of African American. Go and find out the information so you'll know how to fight this stuff the right way. Because we know we protest. We got a lot of people trying to protest and they don't know what they doing. We were talking about just the chant the other day. We're like, that was a horrible chant. Y'all couldn't figure out a better. I think it was like, open the swimming pool or something. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Go swimming. Like, go. But you have a black male right here over African American studies. You have a female right here, black powerful female over a Black Student Union. Go ask him, find out what to do. Instead of just getting mad, but like I said, it's not going to change. We was talking about this in the car. We as black people, until we get together and really start being like we used to be. Can I just do a real quick history? This is how I see it. Black folks was chilling. They didn't want us. It was called segregation. What we was doing was having black-owned businesses. Opened up our black. We went to Mama House. Went to the black. We ate at our people's plot. We ate there because we couldn't go eat over there. If we did, we had to go eat in the back. So we said, if we get there, we go eat at Mama Joe's. We were supporting black-owned business. We had Black Wall Street. All this stuff. Businesses were striving for black folks because they didn't want us there. But we fought for equality, and we wanted to go eat over there with the white folks. Okay, now we got integration. Here's the problem. We stayed. And we never went back to Mama Joe's. And now I got black, every time I eat out, I go to a black-owned business. I think about it first. Because we have power. Until we gain our power, start supporting each other, it's never going to change. And if you notice, even with Black Panther, what made me mad about Black Panther? I should have been in your class. Because this whole time, I just found out last year, I'm 31 years old. Just found out last year, them jokers one day, what they told me. They wasn't no terror. They wasn't shooting folks up. They wasn't doing, them folks, they were just trying to empower their own black community. Y'all don't want to give it to us, we'll do it on our own. For years, I thought they had guns, wanted to shoot police. Because that's what I thought. That's what media told me. But if you notice, anytime we get, us together, they try to shut it down. That's why we got to stay together. Like, if y'all having these issues, this place should have been packed. You know what I'm saying? It should have been packed. But what is the plan? My question is, what is the plan? Have y'all sat down and really came up with a strategic plan? Ask Dr. Green, what is a strategic plan? If you never read, and I say this last, and I'm done, because I ain't gonna say nothing else. I just got on the bottom. If you ever read The Best Movement, it's a book by Martin Luther King when he the Montgomery bus boycott. I forgot what's the name of my book. It's a book straight about how they got the Montgomery bus boycott done. But all I'm saying is it was a strategic plan. It wasn't just going out there, okay, we just gonna go out there with some signs and throw some signs up and say this. No, it was a strategic plan. And you have a man right here, and he can tell you, history repeats itself. It's some things he can tell you, if y'all do this, just strategically do it, we make some change. All right, I'm done.
So